What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dark Avenger Live. We are live. This is episode 95. We are 5 episodes right now, including this one away from episode 100, which will be on October 31st. So it's going to be on a Monday, and then that Friday we're going to be starting with episode 101 on Comic Frontline. Brant will be on tonight. He will be here momentarily. He is busy doing something real quick, and then he shall be here. But I see that you guys in the comments are getting a little antsy. So what's up, Mel? What's up, Shamar? What's up, Bavarian? What's up, Eagle and Alan? And I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
I think that was it.
That's all so far. So if you guys have any questions, and Shamar.
You said Shamar.
I did say Shamar first? Okay, I don't know. All I know, I want to make sure. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yep.
If you guys have any questions for Brant about Last Ember Press, about 529, about my book, when he's here, he will answer them. He's also going to tell us about how his trip to Wizard Con in Austin, Wizard Austin Con went. Shamar said you guys need to talk.
If it's about Mario Party and the losing thing, I already know. I know where it's going. It's fine. I lost because I.
Oh,
lost.
wow. You're moving back to Dallas, Bavarian? I don't know what's going on. Wednesday, it was madness. It's not even cold up here yet. It's in the 60s. You can, Alan. When he's here, I'll start posting the question to him. Right now, we're not doing it. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Bavarian.
So she's been a resident.
Next move has to be New York. There's a lot of stuff in New York here. There's a lot of great stuff in New York. If you ever get tired of Michigan, but enjoy Michigan for what it is now. Oh, wow. What job did you have that made you move up? Hi. What? I'll talk in a minute. I don't know.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. Take over for a second. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
So anyway, we got a lot of stuff that we're gonna be talking about tonight and stuff. Oh yeah, move to New York. We have scary clowns up there now. Yeah, sometimes. Hey Mel, how you doing? So for the occasion for the show tonight, I wore this shirt, which we got from Arcade Block, which is all the Nintendo controllers. So I thought it would be worn for a great occasion. What's up, Sue Spawns 14 Jacob? Welcome to the show tonight. We got lots of stuff that we're going to be talking about, and just waiting on some of our friend to come on, and yeah.
Sorry about that. Fixing computer issues. So
thanks,
what's up? What's up, Jacob? Jacob, you better be ready. Post live, Destiny. Nice shirt. That came from Arcade Block.
I just explained it with I showed it to them.
If I win the lottery Saturday, be expecting a knock on your door. Eagle, if you win the lottery on Saturday, we're gonna have a celebration Saturday.
Shamar, I don't need the goal of winning Mario Party. It's fine. It just happens. So
we are officially 5 episodes away from moving to Frontline, and it's been an awesome run, guys. While we're waiting for Brand, I guess I'll talk about a couple of things. I have a contest for you guys, for those of you out there that are artists, which I hope that Alan, you reached out to Olivia, and I really hope that she tries to enter. But we have a contest for you guys. You guys know our brother has a band. Our brother Keith has September Silence. They have a website now, which I'm going to show you guys, which I would have been smart to actually bring up before starting, but we're going to do that now. Okay. Now we're going to go to screen share. I'm going to bring up September Silence. There we go. So this is September Silence's website. Now, I'm holding a contest. There's a reason why I'm keeping it on this page. You guys see that face right there? The girl with the pose? We're going to be holding a contest, and you guys who are artists out there, I'm looking for somebody to draw a realistic picture of this. So what we're going to do is we're looking for people to draw something like that, and the winners The winner will be announced out obviously on episode 100, which will be in September. Which will be the last episode, which is the 100th episode, which is October 31st. And the winner will get recognition on the live show. We will congratulate the winner on the live show. A free CD from September Silence when their CD comes out. The competition is also on the Frontline, Dark Avenger, Frontline Nation. If you guys want the full details, but you'll get a CD. You will get recognition. Your picture will be the official picture on the September Silence website. You will get recognition here, and you will also get recognition for your work from September Silence themselves. So anybody who's an artist, please go check out the competition. It is on the Frontline the Dark Avenger Frontline Nation Facebook page. If you don't have that, Alan, if you could, my good friend, could you please share the the link to the Dark Avenger Frontline Nation. You guys could check it out on there, the competition. Submissions are to myself either on Facebook or through email, which you can get if you go on my channel. Thank you, Alan. If you go on my channel, you go to About, you can find my email address. You can email me your submissions. Submissions end the week before basically when the 99th episode hits is the last day for the day after is the last day for entries, because that's wrong, because we're going to need to pick if there's a lot. All right, so the 98th episode will be the end of the competition. So the more people who enter, the more chances you guys have to win. I'll get you guys. The winner will be put into contact with our brother, who will talk to them, and you guys will talk out the details about the CDs, the recognition, everything like that. And of course, on the 100th episode, you will get a honorable mention. Your picture will come up on the live show, and we'll congratulate you. Also, I don't want to say, if I say it, then it's going to give away the haul, but I have some DLC for a video game for Xbox One. So if you have Xbox One and you'd like some free DLC for a video game, which will be disclosed next weekend, or watch the Dark Avenger comic book haul, and you will see what the game is. If you'd like some DLC, I'm going to throw that in on my end as well. What's up, Tevia? So that's the competition. So please, guys, please try to get yourselves try to get some art. We're looking forward to, I'm hoping to see some entries at least. I really would like that. Thank you, Alan. That's my email address if you'd like to email me your submission. Hopefully all of my artists out there will try out doing a picture. Phone freaked out. Oh, okay. It's okay, Bavarian. Believe me, the phones with YouTube are horrible. Everybody does that. The people who are Xbox fans and hate PlayStation call it the POS4, which is basically the piece of shit 4. And the people who don't like Xbox One call it the X-Boo.
Wow. What they call the Wii U?
A piece of wee-wee.
Okay, that makes sense.
But anyway, beside the point, it's fine, Tevia. If you can't email, you send it to me on Facebook. You send it to me on Facebook then, Tevia. But anyway, that's the competition. The other thing is, as you guys know, I've been streaming Destiny on this channel. As of this episode, I'm going to let you guys know, as of this walkthrough part for Destiny, I'm going to let you guys know this will be the last gaming stream I'll be doing on this channel. I will be switching my game streaming from this channel over to Frontline Gaming Zone exclusively. I'm going to finish Destiny off. I'm going to do the whole story. We're going to try to not 100% the game. There's no way you can get all the trophies, but we're going to finish the story. We're going to finish the raids, and I'm going to try to really level up my hunter to as high as we can. We're going to basically do the whole game. When that's done, I'm going to be moving my PlayStation 4 streaming account over to Frontline Gaming Zone, and we will be streaming on Frontline Gaming Zone. I will be streaming exclusively to Frontline Gaming Zone as of the end of Destiny. Now, there are games that are going to be coming out before I finish Destiny. We might have to stream them here, like Michael has the Atari rundowns and stuff. We'll stream them here. We'll post them on Frontline Gaming Zone, and then once we finish Destiny, everything will be streamed over there from now on. So if you are not subscribed to Frontline Gaming Zone and want to see some really cool game streams, we've got Battlefield, we've got Titanfall, we've got Call of Duty, we've got a ton of games coming up. So if you'd like to see and continue getting the live streams in your feed or the walkthroughs, the playthroughs, or whatever, go and subscribe over at Frontline Gaming Zone.
Yep. Lots of gaming goodness.
Getting the word out's good too. Yeah, if you can't draw, that's fine. Get the word out. And I'm not getting Mafia 3, Tevye. That's one of the games that's not on my list.
You can use PS4 to. Oh yeah, you use that.
When did that change? Eagle, I made that decision tonight. It's just I've decided to move my gaming stuff to my gaming channel. I'm going to be streaming some other stuff on this channel as we move forward. Bavarian, there were cuts that had to be made. I mean, our list literally has almost a video game a week, and Mafia 3 just didn't pique our interest enough, I guess you could say, for the time being. So we're going to be stepping down from the Mafia 3. Yeah, we were on the fence until I think Mafia 3 comes out in between either Dragon Ball and Titanfall or Titanfall and
it's probably going to be around November, December.
Yeah, it's
Black Friday sales.
It's coming out. It's coming out at the wrong time. Let's put it that way.
Oh, believe me, they love to do gaming around the November, December, and then March, April, because it's like forget about it.
Yeah, and Mafia 3 is too much like GTA. I'd rather wait for the next GTA game. Now that
is going to be something. That is really going to be something.
I like to return to Vice City, to be quite honest.
You mean the one for the PlayStation 2?
No, I would like them to do a new GTA.
Oh, like Vice City.
And no, a new GTA in Vice City, but current day instead of back in the 80s.
I liked Vice City in the PS2 version. It was pretty cool.
This isn't Fanta. This is orange soda. I decided to have orange soda today.
Yeah, first you go into Pepsi, then water, then Wanda, don't you wanna?
I have the right to drink whatever I want. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You ain't got time for my jokes.
I ain't got time for that either. No. Nobody has time for that.
Of course, no one does.
But yeah, no, Bavarian, believe us, between comic books and video games, that's why we had to cut out the toys and why the manga buying kind of got cut in half. And we've got a lot of stuff today. I'm not going to give away what we got in our haul because we're going to record that afterwards. But we actually got the book for stuff coming out in December. And there's a lot of number ones. Chris, we never played Gods of War.
Oh, she never played God of
War. I get the first one. Yes. Bavarian God of War is one of the best PlayStation series I've ever played since PS3. That game is really fun. I would definitely say grab it. Definitely grab God of War. I got all of them. I got every single one of the God of War games. They're really, really good. I think you will definitely enjoy God of War. I think our brother Keith actually played all the God of War games. He loved them to death. So actually, I would definitely recommend. It's like, wow, yeah, go for it. Collecting is seriously an experience. Things to do. Games and comics aren't cheap, but I'm going to start regularly making videos yet again.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Go for it, Mel. Hey, Mel, if you ever want to do like a collab with the gaming, that's what we're working on with Frontline Gaming Zone. If you want to just do comics on your channel and then do gaming with Frontline Gaming Zone, contact me on Facebook or wherever you can. You can email me. Alan shared my email before, and we could talk, or text me, and we'll talk about it. Not now because I can't talk now, but if you would like to do gaming on Frontline Gaming Zone, we could talk about some ideas I've had on Frontline Gaming Zone. Just like Eagle has to talk to me about that too, because I had a few ideas with Eagle if he wants. Still need to do Tremors 3. At some point, Tevye, right now, we're not looking for too many collaborations. But I'm not doing like reviews with video games. Your son as Return God of War 2.
I didn't get that.
I didn't either. Jacob, say that again because you lost me, man. You lost me there a little bit. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. The streaming's going to be moving to Frontline Gaming Zone, and it's I think it'll be the same type of experience, and I'm really trying to build up FGZ, and as a matter of fact, the Xbox One. Yes, I know, Eagle. I hear you right now going X-Boo, but yes, we do have some Xbox exclusives coming. We've got Gears of War coming next week, and I think wasn't there another Xbox game?
I thought you said you didn't want Gears of War.
We got Gears of War. Remember, I told you we canceled that other game.
Oh, the other one, yeah.
That's right. That's the other one we canceled, which was Dead Rising. We canceled Dead Rising.
Maybe I got that confused.
Yeah, we were gonna get Gears of War and Dead Rising. We canceled Dead Rising and we got like the tin of Gears of War instead because we didn't want. To be honest, though, we got Dead Rising Apocalypse. We got another Dead Rising, and we really Dead Rising Apocalypse was okay. That game was okay, but I really didn't dig the one before it. And you're on a time limit, and because you have to do so much in a certain amount of time, and then the army comes in and destroys things. If it was an unlimited like open world kind of game, that's another reason why Dead Rising we don't need. We've got Dying Light. We aren't getting Dead Island 2, by the way. That was another game we cut off the list. Was Dead Island 2?
Thank God you did.
We were gonna get Dead Island 2, but I think we could wait because I have a feeling in like less than half a year,
I really wasn't
it's gonna
a
go
Dead
down
Island
to 20.
fan.
It was okay. Dead Island was all right. I feel like we could get. I don't know. It's just it was a lot of copy paste, and Dead Island 2 I think takes place in Hollywood or somewhere, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, if you guys would like us to play like Mafia 3 or Dead Island or something, if you guys get an extra copy. See, I had mentioned the game that my friend sent me, and what happened was he actually got 2 of the same game, and he actually ironically got 2 collector's editions. He kept the PlayStation 1, and he didn't want the Xbox One. He sent me the Xbox One before I realized he sent me the Xbox One, and I'll end up getting the PlayStation 1 and just keeping the collector's edition stuff for it. But still.
Yeah, just to answer Shamar's comment, I do have a Halloween idea this year. It's not Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I don't have that. And
yes, Eagle, if you'd like to add Eagle, it's Eagle Warrior 76. He plays with me all the time on there. Chris, you're making a fortune off me. I have to keep reloading the stream and watching ads. I'm sorry. And no, I'm not. I think for every person that does it, I only get for 1 ad. And I don't even know why the ads are on. They shouldn't be when I'm live streaming. I guess that's something new with the Google stuff. What are you going to tell me? Oh, you'll tell me about God of War later tonight. Yes, just not on stream, Jacob. I want to keep everything Destiny related on stream. You have to tell me off stream. But that's why. Yeah, of course that's why. The phones. I don't know why YouTube. See, YouTube can create YouTube Red, but they cannot work a good phone app.
That's really something.
I think they should be working on their phone apps and less on their Google YouTube Red. But no, we did turn down games. Mafia 3 was one. Dead Island 2 was another. Dead Rising was another. I mean, like I said, if you guys would like to see us play it, you're welcome to send us a copy and we'll play it. But honestly, you saw the list. It's this big.
Yes, it's right over there.
I know.
I see it.
No, I'm saying you could confirm that the list is long.
Yeah,
I mean, in the coming year, there's Sniper Elite, there's Sniper Ghost something 3, there's Ghost Recon, there's Resident Evil 7, there's what else is on for South Park, there's even though South Park was supposed to come out in December and they're making us wait an extra couple of months.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in December. They pushed it to March.
Oh, why?
There's For Honor. For Honor's coming next year. There's a lot of really crazy, awesome games coming out. So, I need to get a laptop. Honestly, at some point, hopefully, I might be getting a new laptop. Just not at this moment, per se. But I might be working on getting a new laptop at some point. I'm thinking about waiting on and saving up a little bit more and getting... what do you call it? Getting a laptop built through specifics. What up, Nerdivision?
You're getting.
Yeah. I gotta shave. This is only until the weekend's over, man, and then it's gone. I'm not keeping it. I'm not keeping it at all. But Oh, what I was saying about Xbox is I'm gonna have to. Xbox only works on Twitch, so I will be Twitch streaming. I'll be streaming on Twitch. I will be streaming on Twitch, but beside the point, I will be on Twitch, which is Dark Avenger C86 on Twitch, unless I switch and make a Frontline Gaming Zone Twitch, or I think there's a Comic Frontline Twitch. Which, if there is, then I'll probably be streaming on that, or I'll make one specifically for Frontline Gaming Zone. I'm not sure yet. Stay tuned for updates on that. Again, Gears of War comes out next week. I have time to really think about it. Hype is gone. I like when they release games within a year of announcing it. I agree. For which game, though, we talking about? I was excited. No. Bavarian, it's such a good game. We played the alpha. It was so good. It was so good. No, trust me, the hype was worth it, especially playing the alpha. And then we're going to be, hopefully I'll be playing the beta when it comes out. Listen, I played it, Bavarian. The hype is real for this game. For Honor was a lot of fun. Go check out Frontline Gaming Zone. I put 2 videos up. Oh, man, it was really good. Everybody's talking about a MacBook right now. Well, Tebia, I'll figure it out. Like I figured out PlayStation. Nothing's ever easy. If life was easy, we'd never want to get out of bed. We'd do everything from our bed. Excuse me? Excuse me. No, the character was a girl.
Oh yeah.
I know Eagle's already itching for more. It was really good. It was really, really good. I'm excited for Ghost Recon. Again, I have it on pre-order for us, Ghost Recon. That's part of the new list I have to make when we get into 2016. What's up, Fong? But that might be one of the games I take off, like Dead Island and Dead Rising, because if it goes down, I ain't getting it. Brent, there's a Comic Frontline Twitch. Nothing on it, but there is one. There you go.
Oh, and you got a big coin.
Brent, when are you coming? Oh, I have to make sure that it's not that I want to make sure that
that was loud.
Oh, whoopee.
Yeah, that was like really loud.
I don't know, something's happening with Cindy's and her computer. I'll have to fix it later. What is streaming on Xbox? I missed it. Nothing about that. I said I might be streaming on the Comic Frontline thing. Let me see. That's what I mean. No, Brent, we're okay. Gotta talk for a minute.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of games that we'll be getting, especially for Frontline Gaming Zone, and probably I'll be joining in depending on what games that are interest to me. Like, for example, the Atari one is what I'm really looking forward to. Sorry, this necklace was annoying. So yeah, there's that one. I'm really hoping the mini NES comes back in stock because, like, we were gonna pre-order it. Like, we tried pre-ordering it recently, and it just went out of the store. I mean, I was gonna use that for Frontline Gaming Zone, for my channel, Duderock 18, because everybody loves retro games from what I'm seeing and everything. Yeah, that was like something else, but hopefully it'll come back in stock soon. It's going to be out, I believe, in November. Was it, or October?
Which one?
The mini NES, the one that's out of stock.
I think November, but we're going to go check a few stores around here. And Gears of War comes out next week. Next week on the 4th.
Yep.
We have a game a week coming starting next week. So for the next 8 weeks.
Oh, there he is.
There's Brent.
Hey guys.
Hi, Brent.
Hi, Brent.
What's going on?
There are people with questions that they have for you.
For me?
For you.
Nobody has any questions for me.
There were a few questions. Well, Alan wanted to know what name you were coming on under, so obviously it's Brent. But he came on.
It is me this time.
So, guys, if you have your questions from before, Brent is here to talk about. So, Brent, let's just go into it since we've been stalling for time for a while, waiting for you to pop on while you were waiting for us to finish stalling. So,
sorry, I thought you guys were in the middle of a conversation. I was trying to wait to see you were done with it.
I was talking about our list of games. That's it. And I did talk about the contest that I was having for September Silence. I talked about the move to FGZ like I was telling you earlier today. So now I was just waiting for you. I was given the list of games we're getting. That's all.
Ah, gotcha.
So,
well, I'm here now. So.
There you go. So, Brent, you went to Wizard World Austin. How was it?
It was a fun show overall. It wasn't as crowded as I expected it to be. It was like we went just walking around last year, and it was a lot more crowded, a lot more people. But it was a decent turnout, and we had fun. We didn't sell as much as we had hoped, but nobody did really. So just one of those shows.
Gotcha. So So what can you tell everybody that's going on with? I know that there's really not much to update, but with Last Ember Press and 529, because there are a lot of questions about the book that I'm doing about 529 about Last Ember Press that I honestly cannot answer with full, strong confidence. And I know as a person who's running both Last Ember Press and helping me set up 529, you'll know what we can confirm, announce, and what we need to hold off on talking about right now. So let's start with Last Ember Press. What do we got that so far is on the schedule for the rest of this year? Schedule. My show.
Schedule. Hold on just one second. I'm trying to pull this out so I can look at the chat at the same time, but it's not working. All right. What's on the schedule for Last Ember Press?
Yeah, from now until the beginning of 2017, because I know we still have to discuss 2017.
Yeah. The only other two books that are coming out this year from us are, of course, your book, Celestial Falcon, #1, and Pneumatic Cases, #2, which both of those, the pencils are done. The inks are done on Pneumatic Cases. Inks are about halfway done on Celestial Falcon. And then we'll be going into colors and letters and off to the printer. So shouldn't be too much longer. But,
Is there anything else outside of comics, like anything that you're posting on the website or any other things coming from Last Ember, or are we saving most of that for like anything new for next year, kind of? I'm trying to think if there's anything that you announced on in other places that it's not hitting. I know there's the Patreon for Last Ember Press right now.
There is the Patreon. Yeah, which we update every week, twice a week. We update. We have a post that we do for patrons only that we post on every Wednesday, and then we do a public post that everybody can read every Friday. And we're like on the patron only post, we're showing like behind the scenes stuff. You're getting looks at Celestial Falcon before anybody else gets to see it. For instance, we go into like the history of this and that, cover choices, and all kinds of cool stuff like that. And the public post is just kind of general information about what we're up to. Like last week, I posted about Wizard World that we were going to and stuff like that. And like this week, I talked about the next couple of shows I think I mentioned, and some other stuff. The podcast I mentioned this show that I was going to be on this show tonight and stuff like that. So, but yeah,
today,
I don't know.
Speaking of the podcast, today's actually International Podcast Day. Zone 4 has a new episode up.
Yeah, which we actually touched on some of this in there too. Not too much because we wanted to save it for the here and future updates. But we did touch upon it, and it was a really fun show. So if you guys get a chance to, it's on Comic Frontline. You guys can check it out. Chris was on. We had a blast. So
definitely.
Chris said inappropriate things as usual.
Oh, and, I didn't say that. But one thing. I said one thing, and all of a sudden I made the whole show horrible.
If you want to hear Chris talking about himself in a diaper jumping out a window, go listen to that. That's awesome.
Well, there was a reason behind that, so and I wasn't.
Well, they don't need to know the details. They can listen to Zone 4 to find out.
There you go. Favorite God of War game?
What?
No, Frank asked, what's our favorite God of War game? I've played them all, so.
I've only played one. So
there you go. That's Brent's favorite. No, don't you dare, Tevye, start with opinions on
the
DCM.
opinionator.
No, don't you dare start that. No.
Yeah, I haven't read the latest Action Comics, honestly. So I'm like 2 weeks behind on my reading because of the convention. So there you go.
With 529, really, the website, I guess, is to be determined still. We're doing that. And with Celestial Falcon, like you said, it's before the end of the year. Right now, there is a preview if you go on Last Ember Press, I believe, right? For 529 and for Celestial Falcon, there's the 4 preview pages that are up.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, if you'd like to see those previews and other previews,
Right, that's
you
right.
can actually, well, I was going to say you can actually sign up for the email newsletter on lastemberpress.com, and you will get a free PDF sampler. It's a 36-page sampler, has previews of all our books with a little blurb about them as well. So
I would
you can
definitely
check
say
that.
sign up. I would definitely say sign up for that
Yeah.
because 529 is going to be mixed in with that newsletter. I'm not doing my own personal newsletter. I believe not right now. I think everything's going to be in the Last Ember Press newsletter. So definitely sign up. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I think I really would like to think that 2017 is really where things are going to start kicking up to the next gear. I would like to think with like we're gonna have the newsletter more. We're gonna have a lot more comics coming out. That's for sure. There's a lot of things in the works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're actually having a meeting this weekend, all the staff, and talking about future projects.
Thank you, Alan, for sharing the link. Alan,
yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, but we don't spam with our email newsletter, by the way. So don't think we're gonna send you like 5 emails a day or nothing like that. We don't do that. You'll be lucky to get one every few weeks. So just right now, yeah. We're only gonna send one when we have something to say. So we'll send one when we're about to head to a convention or something like that, or we have a new book to show off or whatever. So yeah.
So
any other questions for? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for Brand while I'm talking to Brand about stuff, if you guys have any questions for Brand specifically, not opinions about video games or comics, but if you have any questions about Last Ember Press, anything you guys would like to know about Last Ember Press, anything that Brand's working on, 529, or my comic, now is a perfect time because I know Nerdivision asked about a blank cover. Brand, you can answer that, and I know Nerdivision's in the comments. So
okay.
Before I start asking you any questions while they're asking about it, could you answer Nerdivision's comment about a blank comic? Because you did mention something to that.
Yeah, the blank covers, we don't have plans for them right now. If we do, it'll be we'll do it through a print-on-demand service, like through Indie Planet or something like that, instead of through the printer that we use for our books. We just can't justify the extra cost right now, but that's definitely something we're going to consider for the future. And if there's enough of a demand for it, we'll definitely see what we can do to make that available some way, shape, or form. So,
right.
And I'll answer a Tevye question real quick.
Okay.
What's my favorite Metal Gear Solid game? Honestly, probably 1 or 2. I love the entire franchise. I think Snake Eater was my least favorite. I think that's the one I finished like really fast. It was either that one or 4. I can't remember. It was 3 or 4 that I finished so fast it wasn't worth it. But I love the entire franchise, even from the original NES Metal Gear game.
So here's a question: What's the fur? Oh, right. This was the question that Alan wanted to ask. What's the furthest convention Brand has been to, and any place to expand out of Texas? Any plans to expand out of Texas?
I have been, with Last Ember Press, which convention is the furthest, or just in general?
I think he meant that's a general one. The other one was
Okay.
for Last Ember.
Okay. Let's see. I've been to Wizard World Chicago. I've been to Heroes Con in Charlotte. I've been to a few in Kentucky and Ohio. Those are probably the farthest from Texas, but that I used to live in Kentucky, so it was closer to me then. As far as plans to expand out of Texas, we are tentatively doing Wizard World Tulsa, which is in Oklahoma this month. We're on the fence about it right now. And next year, we're hoping that plans work out for MegaCon in Florida. Most of the conventions right now for the next year or two are probably going to be closer to home, but we hope to eventually branch out. We want to get to other places. It's really expensive, and you know how it is.
Got to build up. Got to build up before
Yeah,
you can reach out to everywhere.
Absolutely. We want to build a local audience for us, but we also have John does a lot of shows in the Louisville and Ohio area, and I think Chris is going to start trying to get out there next year.
I'm going to probably attempt for a few places out on the East Coast, so yeah, I'll definitely be there. But,
Gordon, who also is writing a book for us, which will be out next year. He's in the Chicago area, so he'll probably be doing stuff in that general area.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Gordon's book. I mean, you talk it up a lot, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to be going on with that. But there's a lot of news The one thing that we are going to be discussing at the meeting that you told me personally, then it was mentioned for the meeting also. I think that's not announceable yet, I believe.
Which thing?
That you asked me if I wanted to do for 529 as well, and I said yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's not announceable yet, but there's some really cool stuff. There's some really cool stuff. Now, what I was going to ask you is, so outside of obviously 529, what have you been, this is the 95th episode. You've been on Dark Avenger Live a lot. I mean, and this was, I think, were you here before we moved Dark Avenger Live to Comic Frontline? That's what, not Comic Frontline. At the time, it was Dark Avenger Inc. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember when we decided to move the show to the group channel. I think you were here towards the end of my channel, I think, and then into Dark Avenger Inc.
I honestly don't remember. I think I might have started on Inc. I think I started watching you on like towards the end of your channel.
Okay.
I would have to look back. I really don't remember what my first episode was.
It's really just one straight run for me. So
yeah.
For me, it
was. I think you're right. It was either at the tail end of your channel or right after you began on Inc.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
This show has so many roots going every which place,
Yeah.
But you have been on the show since I started it up again as well. So we had to make sure that we had you on for at least one more show before moving over. So what else have you been up to, Brant? I mean, what else outside of like Last Ember Press and all the good stuff that's been going on with that?
I've been lettering here and there. I've been doing some work for a company that's kind of on the rise. It's called Evolution Publishing. I'll type it in the chat because it's a weird spelling for it. It's like let's see if I can remember how to spell it. I'm trying to type no, that's wrong. But they put out several books. One of them I worked on was called SFC, which I know there's some wrestling fans in the audience. It's super fighting championship or superhero fighting championship. It's something like that. It's like a ultimate fighting / wrestling kind of promotion for people with superpowers. It's kind of an interesting book. That's the name of it. You can look it up. They have a Facebook page. Other than that, I am working on a book called Dead Presidents. I'm lettering that right now. And what else have I been doing? I lettered a book for Moonstone called Guns of the Black Bat, which is written by Ron Fortier. The third issue of that is coming out this month. That's the third and final issue of that. But other than lettering, I haven't been doing a whole lot. I've just been, just Last Ember Press and lettering and Comic Frontline. That's pretty much my life. Trying to catch up on TV.
You say that again. I'm not catching up on TV. I'm trying to catch up on the gaming front. See, got TV, I got the gaming front, and I know you trying also to get a little bit of that.
I finally, after how many years this has been out, I finally beat the story in the first Batman Arkham Origins. That's not the first game, but I was playing them chronologically. So yeah, I finally beat the story mode in that, and I've been kind of playing here and there, trying to complete it 100%. So that's pretty much all the gaming I've been doing though. And Mario Kart. And
guys, I don't know why the stream is freezing. I truly, honestly do not know why the stream is freezing. On our end, everything's working fine.
Yeah, it's working fine on my end too.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing fine for me. So I don't know why there's a problem. Maybe the areas, there's something going on with Google in your guys' area, or maybe Google's doing something right now. It's not our end, it's the internet's end. So if anything, and Alan says it's fine for him. So if anything, it's either a connection. I know that Bavarian said she's on the phone, and the phone I know from experience.
Yeah.
It doesn't work good with live streams. It freezes like crazy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what they're doing right now with the live streaming services for YouTube, but it's not on our end. This video, after it's live, will be back up on YouTube, and it won't be as freezy. Hopefully that it doesn't skip around. I think I get pissed off if I had to do another show just to cover over for this show, cutting off and on all the time. I don't know why. We don't know why that's happening, but it's working fine and streaming fine for us. So I don't know what's going on. And Brad, you're watching it. You said it's going good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like blipping a little bit before I came on, but it was just for like a second. So, but now it's fine. I'm not getting any kind of stall at all.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
So anyway, I know you guys have been asking for Chris and Brant show for a while. I do have some interesting. I can't say too much, but I have some interesting news for you guys. If you would like to see a Chris and Brant show, you might have an opportunity to show how much you want the show back, I guess you could say, at some point soon. And if anything, if we did do the show, it wouldn't be a vidcast. We talked about podcasts and all almost throughout the entire podcast on Zone. Again, go listen to Zone 4. But and I wanted to have mine done. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to record. Brett knows why, because we were talking today, and he knows how crazy Tommy was acting, so it was hard. I might record it and put it up tomorrow. I'll just have it recorded today, which would be Friday, which let's say it counts. And then if anything, Brent and I had a blast doing like the related recap and stuff like that, which was an all-on podcast. And obviously we had the wrestling 1, 2, 3. We had the gaming, which was Hit Points. We had Hall of Toys, which was the toys and the board games. The Chris and Brant show was supposed to be a melting pot of all of that. So anything, I think it would make an excellent podcast to have all of that in one, because then there's more to talk about, and actually on a weekly basis, especially because there's so many elements of all of that. It would definitely help. It would definitely be great for like an all-in-one podcast kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely talking about bringing it back.
I saw you reading, so I didn't know what you were saying.
I'm reading several things, and I'll say this to Frank Perna: I'm not even talking about that. I'm not going there.
Not going to the present. No, we're not doing that. Nope,
I'm not even touching.
Nope, Devil in the Deep Blue Sea. That's all I'm saying. Next. Tevye, you want the show back? I accept money. I accept money. Bills.
We want the show back too. It's a time thing, really. So we've got some ideas on ways that it could come back, and we'll talk about that soon. So
right, not at this point. Again, there's a lot. See, the thing is, and I said this on Zone 4 too, especially for me, I guess, because I'm finally starting to realize I can't do as much as I like to pull a Superman and be able to do everything to please everybody. I can't. There's only 24 hours in a day, and unfortunately, I can't pull off as much stuff as I'd love to do. I can't. So I'm spending the rest of this year really rooting, setting some groundwork for the beginning of 2017, figuring out what I want to keep, what has to go. Not because I want it to go per se.
Sorry.
I'm sorry about that last comment too. Amen, but very nice. I wish I could say the same sometimes, just so I don't have to deal with that. But beside the point. I'm really thinking about, I'm setting the groundwork for, my life in 2017, because I did everything this year, and this channel has shown that, and it didn't work out for me. It was too much. It was too much of an undertaking also. And then I basically ended up moving everything to Frontline, this show included, once it hits episode 101. So now I'm redefining what I want to keep and what I want to, what I have to let go of, what I'm more passionate about and what I'm more casual about. And the Chris and Brand show is something I'm very, very passionate about. But again, there's only so much you could do at once. I want to do it. I know Brant wants to do it. We're both down to wanting to do it. The issue, as always, is if only Earth was bigger and we had more hours in the day, Yeah. But we don't. So unfortunately, we only have 24 hours a day, and there are ways to bring it back, like Brand said, and that's another thing that's playing into 2017. We're working on stuff to bring out and to announce in 2017 for for the company, for Last Ember, for Comic Frontline, for 529. There are a lot of announcements that the best time of the year to do it is at the beginning or in the middle of the year or at the end of the year. So this is the planning stages, and that's what's going on.
That's right. Not to be cryptic and but yeah, it's just we got to talk about some things and figure them out. Right. We don't want to throw stuff out there and then it not happen. So we got to.
Right. That's why I'm not.
Figure it out.
Palms, Chris is not. The Earth is too big. It's the fact that we are in the whatever. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, Alan. Number one, I'm not a scientist. Number two, there's only 24 hours in the day, and you can't change that.
Or change.
How you doing?
Or go back.
You can't change that. How you doing? So, wait. Do that again, Brad.
And you can't teach that.
I find it funny that Brant's wearing a classic Nintendo controller shirt, and Michael actually is wearing a classic controllers shirt as well.
Block.
That's funny.
Yours is just green.
I'm good with green. Zelda. I did think about it. So, I mean, we want to do it. Gotta wait. Make your voices known, because you know what? Another reason was the views were great at the beginning, and then you guys disappeared on us. That was another major factor. You guys disappeared on us halfway through the show. We got to episode blankety blank because my mind is gone on all of the shows, not just this one, not just on Chris and Brent, but all of them. You disappeared on us. I mean, the best way to show your support is, even if you can't watch the whole thing, watch some of it. Pay Brent money.
You just blamed your entire audience. Yeah, it's your fault.
It's all no, it isn't. No, we quit for time also. No, it's the time thing that happened mostly. I'm throwing a joke out there. You guys didn't make it. You didn't make it sound good enough. You're supposed to sell us. Do I want to know?
No, I had a visitor. What?
What did you do that made somebody who's visiting look at you weird?
I don't know. I always get weird looks. And now she's looking at me weird for saying I get weird looks. The dog won't come in. Come in, dog. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Back on track, though. Back on track. So cryptic stuff, yes, but stuff to look forward to. Let us know how much you love the Chris and Brad Show and want it back by voicing your opinion, as always, and stay tuned for other ways. I mean, of course, voicing your opinion gives us the incentive, but there are other ways that we'll have it as set up. So, without harping on this too long, Brant, so what, out of Rebirth, now, we talked about Rebirth a bit for Zone 4. Out of Rebirth, what would you say as far as the, what? Are you reading the comments?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure you weren't laughing at stuff that was going on in the background.
No, I was just going to say Bavarian, with the allergies I have, nasal spray really is the real deal. But anyway.
Ads.
The ads. Buy something, blame Chris. What do you mean go out and buy? It's not my fault that the ads keep doing it. I didn't do it. And I'm not getting anything from anyway. So, Brent, what would you say? Would you say with the Rebirth, DC Rebirth especially, and what's going on with Marvel this year? What's your opinion of the whole Marvel / the big two this year? What's your opinion on what both companies are up? Like, are you liking Rebirth? Are you not digging it? What is your outlook on Civil War? Because I keep seeing questions about Civil War and Rebirth. I figured just bulk it all into one big old question.
That's cool. Wow, I'm hearing an echo.
It might be us now. Yeah, it might be us now. Hold on. Let me fix it. Check it.
Testing. It's better. I still hear it a little bit, but it's cool. I was hearing myself like really loud and clear for a second.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. The stream is frozen. Of course it is.
Pretend it always is. Continue.
All right, so Rebirth, I actually have enjoyed quite a bit. For what I've read so far. Like I said, I haven't read this week's yet or last week, so I'm a little bit behind. I do know some of the stuff that has gone on. We talked about the Kadabra thing in Titans on Zone 4. You want to hear our opinion on that? You can listen to Zone 4.
Yeah.
We're very opinionated about that. But no, overall, I think I've enjoyed it. I think it's like a complete 180 from what the New 52 was. I think they made stronger stories. They got back to the core of a lot of the characters. So yeah, I've enjoyed that a lot. So as far as Marvel goes, yes, Tevye, I do believe Marvel Comics is broken. It's not what it used to be, and we talk about this, and I'm not going to go into a rant because we do that on Comic Frontline Live. But yeah, it's not been very good. So what else do you want me to say? There are a few exceptions. Yeah.
No, I'm just reading comments, and everybody. I apologize that you guys are having so many issues tonight.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on tonight. It's crazy. It's nuts, but
It's the weather.
It's not the weather.
No, the wind. Usually the wind knocks
but
out
we're
the
streaming
frequency.
fine, and Brand can see
In
us.
other
It's Google.
areas, the wind frequency. I didn't say this
Apparently,
frequency.
the wind in your areas is no good as far as what Mike says, and that's why it's not.
Well,
working.
that's what causes these freezings on the internet.
I don't know.
Usually the wind and the frequencies get messed up. You know, that's
Right.
the way the internet works.
I have no words for you sometimes. What's up, Fawn? Always laughing.
That's
Fawn's
why I keep
laughing.
quiet. I mean,
Tevye says,
really.
"Thank you, Brant."
Killer Wind.
Killer winds. Exactly.
Well, at least
I
someone
have
knows.
bad winds, but I'm on my iPad, so she's working fine. Phone sucks to watch stream. Well, again, that's just that's YouTube's app. Gotta love YouTube. Gotta love it. Without YouTube, half of us wouldn't have met. So I don't know.
think Alan likes Green Lantern.
Really? I couldn't guess. Let me switch to okay. Cool Bavarian. So anyway, with all that, now Brant, you haven't played a game in a while. Now, my question to you is: are you looking to play any of the new games that are coming out? Really dug that.
Now, see, it froze on me, and I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
That's the first one.
No, that was my fault. My plug came out.
Okay.
Plug it.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm okay. But no, I was saying you saw a lot of the alpha that I was streaming for Honor, and I said in the coming year, are there any games in particular? Because I know everybody talked about games before you came on. Are there any games in particular? You're not going to be able to stream it or really go heavy into it. But are there any games in particular looking forward to?
Well, For Honor, once I started watching you and realized it was my kind of game, I'm interested in that one for sure. I have to remind myself what's coming out next year. Give me some examples.
Resident Evil's coming out next year.
I'm a fan of Resident Evil games. I've played most of them.
You might not
I
be.
won't be after this one? Okay.
Might not. I'm just letting you know they're changing up the formula completely.
Okay. I've played most of them, though, and I've enjoyed them. What was that?
I don't know.
I got a ding on my end. Sorry. It was Facebook. Sorry about that. Let's see what else is coming out. Injustice 2.
Fingers crossed. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Injustice 2, Gods Among Us 2. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, but that's coming out when? When is Injustice coming out?
I don't know.
Okay,
I just know it's next year, right? It's sometime next year. I don't think they've released the date yet.
Okay.
Let's see what else. I'm trying to look through the list real quick and make sure I don't forget anything. Help me out, man. Tell me some stuff coming out.
All I know is Resident Evil. You're not getting South Park, that's for sure.
No.
You're not getting Sniper Elite. See, the thing is, they really didn't announce too much at the beginning of the year. I know everything from the end of the year. I'll check the list. Maybe our list will have something on yours.
See, I'm just looking through like stuff that doesn't have a set release date yet. It's just next year sometime.
The only thing we have that you were interested in is For Honor. There's Resident Evil 7. February has Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if you know about that game.
No, I'm not familiar with that one.
Rumors are that Spider-Man will be next year. Metal Gear Solid 5, or Metal Gear Survival or Survivor is coming next year. And trying to think of.
I get all the Metal Gear games, so that's a must. I like Tom Clancy games.
Ghost Recon is coming out next year.
Yeah, Ghost Recon comes on. Yeah. So those are my kind of games. I like fantasy games like.
I know you're grabbing. It's hard because they didn't get dates for a lot of them yet.
Right. So I'm putting out there the kind of games I like now, and I like stuff like the Tom Clancy stuff, spy stuff like that. There's an old game franchise that I used to love. They don't make it anymore. Siphon Filter. I don't know if you.
Oh, I wish they would make that a classic.
Yeah.
Already, damn it! I want to get that.
Yeah, I absolutely love that game. So games like that. I used to play the GoldenEye franchise, stuff like that. You know.
Please don't get Metal Gear Survive. Tevye, too late. I'm getting it. Not only am I getting it, I'm getting it hard, and I'm going to be streaming the hell out of it. See, Tevye, let me explain to you, Brent. Now, you know that the creator of Metal Gear, Hojima, whatever, he left.
Yeah.
Kojima Konami had a falling out. So what happened is Metal Gear Survive doesn't have Snake in it. It takes place between Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero and Metal Gear Solid 5, where you play as the soldiers. If you remember Metal Gear Solid 5, remember the base blew up at the beginning and you have to start all over? Well, they're claiming that the base got sucked into a wormhole because of the explosion. They're not explaining how the wormhole happened yet, but it takes the main characters to a alternate dimension. And what you have to do is survive, and I guess the story is about them trying to find their way back to Earth. And it's just like Metal Gear Solid 5, though. It's an open world, but you're not Snake. You're the soldiers. You play as soldiers instead.
Right. You told me about this before. I remember us talking about it a little bit, and I'd forgotten. Yeah, it sounds weird. I think the first time I heard about it, I was like, that's a little different. But it's Metal Gear. I love the franchise, so it's like one of those things I just have to get.
You know, I don't. Just because the creator is gone, you know, I understand a lot of people are mad because they're like, this is Konami trying to really milk whatever. If Konami really wanted to milk the franchise, you know what they would do? Make a PlayStation 4 version of Metal Gear Solid 2. And first they would take Metal Gear and make a PlayStation 4 version of that. Make an HD remake, a remaster of that. Then they would go and make Metal Gear 2 remastered. Then they would go and make Metal Gear Solid remastered. Yeah. Then they're really milking the franchise. But I'll be honest, I would like to see the Nintendo games remastered in the new gen console. So honestly, I would not be against Metal Gear 2, and Metal Gear Solid getting remastered. Everything after that, like Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, those all kind of reached where, you know, the new age of technology kind of came in. So those kind of, you don't need to remaster something that already has an HD collection and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite game franchises. I'm sorry, but I'm with Grant.
Mine too.
I can't let that. I won't let that go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's what you say, Tevye, but you know, other people are ready and willing to buy it. I want Legends of Zelda, Link to the Past remastered. You know, who knows what the NX? Are you getting? I know this is a really dumb question for me to ask, but are you going to be looking into the NX next year?
Probably not. I'll probably wait on it, just because I
don't blame
it. If they wait and hold the Zelda game for it, which they probably will, then that's, you know, I love Zelda.
It's already releasing for the Wii U.
That's coming out. Cool. Yeah. Then no. The only other, well, no, that's not even on that system. Never mind. Yeah, I'll probably wait on it for a while.
Gotcha. I don't blame you. We're kind of going to wait on it too. You know what else came out recently? I want to see. You know, the PlayStation 4 VR came out recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
$500. $500,000. Yeah, I don't blame you. Same thing. I ain't doing it. I'm sorry.
Did you say $500,000?
It's $500. $500,000. I said $500,000. Sorry. Yeah, $500,000. You want to pay $500,000?
$500,000. That's all.
That's just if you get like 10 or 12 of them. Yeah, $500,000. No, $500,000. It's not worth it. I'm not paying $199.99 for. I mean, 400. No, $399 is the Samsung. $499 is the PlayStation VR, and $799 is the Oculus Rift for the Xbox and computer. There is just no way. When VR gets cheaper, then we'll play it. Till then, no way. I can get a nice camera with that money. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. Because right now we're using the Logitech webcam. At some point, I would like a video camera, too, to record away from my laptop without having to carry the entire laptop with me to have to record. Because I love this camera. It's a wonderful, awesome.
It is a wonderful camera. I got the same one. So.
Right. I love it. But if I want to go outside, I don't want to have to drag an entire laptop with me to record.
Right. Yeah, I agree. To answer Tevia, I've only played one Bioshock game and I haven't finished it yet, so I don't have a favorite character.
Michael and I, as soon as things lighten up a week, maybe a week where there's no game, we'll try to grab the Bioshock, or I'll probably end up buying the Bioshock collection, which is 1, 2, and Infinite, with all the DLC. So I would, Brand, if you're gonna play it again, I would recommend doing that. It gives you all the single player DLC, all the extra missions and whatnot.
I mean, I have the first 2 on Steam. I've got a lot of games.
Oh, right. Yeah, you got those on sale. That's right. I remember you told me. Infinite?
Yeah. Let me check real quick.
I think you got all 3 because I remember it was around the time of Infinite.
I think I do too. I haven't downloaded them all yet, so I don't know offhand. I got to open Steam to find out.
Okay.
So it's opening. I'll tell you in a minute.
You see, Brant is a leader of a major, huge company that one day will overtake most of the world. So Brant doesn't have the time to game as much as we do right now. So This is why Brant has...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say this is why you don't game as much as you'd like to, because you're very busy working in the company. Go for it.
Yeah. I have Bioshock, Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2, Bioshock 2 Remastered, and Bioshock Infinite.
Okay. So you have everything except the DLC for Bioshock Infinite, which there were 2 chapters in the DLC, which you can get for probably like $10 on Steam.
Yeah.
So that answers your question, Tevia. But yeah, I like Bioshock. I'd like to try the first 2 games. I liked Infinite. I heard the first 2 games were even better. So I would like to jump into those if I can in the future. But right now I'm focusing on the present, which is Destiny. And sticking with that until I think Mike's game comes out next. He's got the Atari. You know, for the PlayStation, they're releasing the Atari classics in 2 volumes, right?
Oh, really?
Yep. So Michael will be playing a couple of those. And apparently there's another game, which I'm not going to spoil yet, because Mike has no clue it came out. Mike doesn't even know the game, probably. And, well, you're not going to know. And I think I'm going to use that as a way of abusing Michael starting next week instead of doing Super Mario Maker. Talk for a minute, Mike, and I'm going to type it to Brant.
And
talk for a minute. Or Brant talk. Yeah. Why don't you guys talk?
I was just going to...
I wish I knew what it was, because now all of a sudden you're just throwing this. I want to know what it is.
Oh, well, you want, but...
I'm going to find out what it is.
Oh, you know...
The sad thing with me with... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm just saying, I hate that he does that all the time. You know, I don't know why he does that.
Okay.
What?
It's a game.
So what are you saying?
It's a classic game. I was just going to say, the hard thing with me is with the franchise, like, I can't jump into the new game. I like to go back and play through. So that's why I started with Origins with Batman and why I started with Bioshock. I need to, because I've got so many games now. I just need to jump ahead.
I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Bioshock Infinite. Play that game. Get the DLC. You find out that Bioshock Infinite sets up for Bioshock 1. So technically, if you want to go in timeline order, basically Bioshock happens first, and it kind of triggers what happens in Bioshock 1. You'll understand when you'll understand when you play the last DLC chapter. When there's 2 DLCs. When you play the second one, it kind of closes off Infinite and starts off Bioshock 1, which is when then you go back and play the HD collection of Bioshock 1. Then it goes forward.
Okay. So I can skip ahead in that one at least.
Right. That one, it's like prequel is the last game up to now. I don't know if they'll do a Bioshock 3, you know, where Infinite is a prequel name instead of the next one, and then they'll do a number 3. But man, Bioshock 2 was the grand finale. Let's put it that way. When Bioshock 2 ended, that's the end of the universe for now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Tevia doesn't like it, apparently. No, Infinite was the 3rd one, but they confirmed that it was a setup for Bioshock 1. So Infinite can be technically a number 1, and they can still use the number 3, because they didn't call it Bioshock 3 Infinite. It was called Bioshock Infinite. Tevia believe, as a person who's worked in titles, I'm sure Brant can confirm that they can still use the number 3.
Yeah, they could if they wanted to.
So that's just the way it is. But no, I don't know. Tevye, you have a very weird sense of likes, dislikes, and stuff like that there. So in December, there's a lot of. You've done the solicit? You've seen the solicits for September, Brant, right? For DC and Marvel. Are there any? Are there any particular number ones that stuck out to you that you want to read, real quick?
Oh Lord, you're gonna make me think.
DC, the only number ones they have there were a couple of minis. There was Supergirl.
Yeah.
There was there's a holiday special that's a one-time deal that's like a trade.
You mean for December or September? You're saying September.
No, December. Sorry, December.
December. Okay.
December, the number.
You confused me there.
Sorry.
I was like, what?
Yeah, when I said the solicits that just came out.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I don't know what. I just can't talk today. When I do the post show, I'm gonna just shut up and let my gun do my talking for me.
Let's see. From DC, I mean, there's not a whole lot of new stuff coming out, right? It's just there's that crossover.
Yes, and that.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. I don't think. The Supergirl thing, yeah, that looked cool. I'll probably try that. I get all the Injustice stuff, so there's a new series for that.
The new Injustice is starting up. I found out that, remember how I told you guys I was going to look into books? It turns out there's a complete year 1 for $25, and the complete year 2 trade paperback comes out in December as well, so I might ask for both of them for Christmas. And cool. I think that we just finished year 4, correct?
Year 5, I think.
Okay, so there's still 3 more years out there that I gotta wait for complete collections of.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I have all of them, but I haven't read. Yeah, Tevye agreed. So I thought so. Marvel.
U.S. Avengers looks interesting. I mean, cover-wise, it looks interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of interested in Hulk a little bit.
Because of the She-Hulk thing where she takes...
Yeah, definitely Nova because I'm a big Richard Rider fan.
The Tiki Room?
Tiki Room? Lisa's reading that one.
I know. I told Mike we had to get it because he loves Angry Birds, so I told him he'd love it for himself because it's a really good comic.
There's not a whole lot of other number ones. There's like that Inhumans event, which I'm not too thrilled with.
Movie fan, movies make more money than money. Wait a minute. Being a movie fan, movies make more money than movies?
Yeah, he's got one too many movies in there.
Yeah.
Repeat that, Alan. Movies are a very passive medium, the variant says.
All I know is, and I think Ron said it, the movies are what really push the big 2 now instead of the comics.
Of course.
That's why they ignore the comics a lot. But I still say the comics are still important. That's your source material.
The comics are important if they're treated as important.
Right.
Put it like that.
Exactly. I'm saying movies make more than video games. Okay.
Yeah. There are exceptions. Like, I really believe Miss Marvel is a solid book, and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, the unique ones that don't have to tie into all that stuff, it's like they're pushing certain books because they have movies coming out. Like Doctor Strange has like 3 series and stuff like that. That's ridiculous. I hate it when they do that, but there are some good books here and there.
Right.
You just gotta. They're hard to find.
That's why there's so many Avenger books, I feel, because there's always like, the next Avenger movie's coming in about 3 years, so they have to keep it at least 3. I think there's the West Coast, there's the Avengers Now, there's the U.S. Avengers, and then there's Great Lake Avengers.
There's Occupy Avengers.
And then there's Avengers Occupy, right.
Yeah.
The only exception to the rule, Bavarian, is E.T. the video game. Oh, please don't. Let's not talk about that game. Man, I want to buy
worst video game ever.
No, Spider-Man 2099 is right in there with Civil War 2. I don't know what you're talking about, Tevye, but Spider-Man 2099 is connected to the events.
Spider-Man 2099 is terrible, in my opinion.
I'm losing interest super fast. I think coming in maybe even this order, because there's a lot of new books I want to try. I might move 2099 to a digital. I might even move Amazing early, because if Clone Conspiracy does not wow me I think it's coming out in October. It's coming out in October, I think, part 1, right?
Yeah, it's either October or November. No, it is October.
Yeah, because number 2 is in November, I believe. I don't like that. And then also Silk is connected to it. I feel like I'm buying the mini, but the mini's going to connect to all the series, and I'm not reading, I'm not buying Silk.
Yeah, that's my problem with it. I love Silk. Silk is good. It had a weak point, like, after, like, the first 2 or 3 issues were good, and then it hit a downfall, a downslope, and then it picked back up and got really good for a bit.
And now it's going to go down again when the clone thing, and even Prowler, the first story arc is connected to the Clone Conspiracy. So now that kind of, I feel like what everybody else was saying, it takes away from Prowler, because now not only is he a clone, but he is a clone that is now involved in a Spider-Man story.
Yeah. Well, we say clone, but it hasn't been confirmed that they're actual clones this time. They haven't stated for sure what it is.
Right.
It's probably a clone or a version of a clone, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna move if Renew Your Vows is good. I'll probably move Clone Conspiracy and Amazing Spider-Man off my buy list physically for now and keep it as a digital until things get better. I mean, we've dropped Amazing Spider-Man before. We did it right after One More Day.
Yeah, I think it was One More Day.
And we'll do it again.
I've dropped it, and and that's like my book, Amazing Spider-Man. But I dropped it when Dan Slott was writing all those issues in the 600s. Like a bad habit, and I dropped it.
I'll drop it like it's hard again. Drop it like it's hot. That's it.
Drop it like it's hot.
Just remember, there's a bet going on between those two. I heard Spidey is good. I know Mike likes it.
Spidey?
Spidey? Yes.
Spidey, yes.
Spidey's excellent.
Spidey's good, yeah.
Spidey is fantastic, yeah.
If you want to read like a classic Spider-Man comic that has an excellent story, that is the book I highly recommend. It's always on my book of the week.
Completely agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
All the time. I love that story arc.
So yeah, Spidey's like the safe bet until Renew Your Vows comes out. Which, here's my problem with Renew Your Vows now. Why does Mary Jane have to have that? Why does Mary Jane have to have spider powers? Why did they have to give her powers? Why couldn't they make it as close to the old Marvel universe as humanly possible while still having the daughter? They didn't give Lois powers in DC. Lois is still a normal human being.
Well, one Lois.
No, Free 52.
Okay. Free New 52.
Free New 52 Lois. It's like, obviously they have John. Clark is Superman. John is going to be Superboy. Lois is Lois. Why does Mary Jane have to be a spider person? Why couldn't Mary Jane just stay human and let her daughter and husband deal with the spider stuff?
Because it was probably like, they really like the kid having powers. Well, let's go one step further, and that's too far. They don't know where to stop.
Yeah, that's why I think Renew Your Vows is going to fail, because it's too far from the pre-One More Day kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It went too far. It's something that isn't as believable anymore as it could have been if they would have left Mary Jane completely alone with the spider powers.
Am I the only person in the world that likes the Miles Morales Spider-Man series?
Right now,
I like the series.
I'm sorry, but Miles Morales, right now, I was liking it up until every single issue started making mention that Miles is the Spider-Man of color and not to screw it up.
Well, yeah, that part I don't like.
That's like, do you like New X-Men? All New
X-Men? I've fallen off of the X-Men books in general.
Yeah, but that focuses on Bobby being gay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's not why. It's just with that whole Apocalypse storyline, I just fell out of it. I couldn't get into that. So.
Exactly. I don't know. This is why, even though Tevye, you think it's going to be a godsend that Peter's married to Mary Jane, you got to understand, dude, she's going to have powers too. So she's not going to be in the same role like before One More Day. Now she's going to be out there fighting with Pete instead of home waiting for Pete. Chris, let's not get into the Wonder Woman stuff. Eagle show. Oh, did you hear about Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I heard about it. They were talking about it in GroupMe earlier today too. Jay says it's been part of the comic for a long time. I don't know that. I haven't read Wonder Woman as long as he has. So
personally, and this is gonna shake you a little bit. I kind of gotta agree with Greg Rucka, not fully. On one point, he said, "You're living on an island. You're living on an island with only women. There are no men. You gotta know relationships are gonna happen."
Of course, I don't think it's a given that every single person on the island would be that.
Right.
Would be that way, but yeah.
Right. Wonder Woman, on the other hand, I have to disagree with Greg Rucka because in the comics it's already been proven. Number one, she had a thing for Steve Trevor. Number two, maybe Wonder Woman's bisexual, which is fine. That's okay too. Like both.
Yeah. No, I agree. Continue.
Yeah, but in the end, though, if you have to figure out where she sways more, she obviously sways more towards men because
I think
Steve.
Yeah, I think it would have been better not to even address it. I think it would have been, and that's kind of what he said in that interview, in the article or whatever, was that he prefers to show and not tell. It's that kind of thing. But I guess people were like asking about it or talking about it constantly, so he had to address it. So
yeah, it's something. I have to give Greg Rucka props. He doesn't want to address if Wonder Woman's gay or not. Yet Marvel's out there going, "Hey, by the way, Bobby's really gay. He's so gay, amazingly gay. I mean, look at him."
He literally said he didn't want to do the North Star thing, where it was like I have to announce it kind of thing. So props for that at least.
Exactly, and that's why I've got to give DC and Greg Rucka here credit. And yes, Ryan, go boot it up. In a little bit, we will be setting up for that. But Greg Rucka did a really good job, and I'm glad Alan brought it up. He didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to make the focal point, "Oh my God, Wonder Woman's gay." Everybody should go check that book out now because look, we have a gay superhero. I love that. I love how he's humble by saying, "Read the book and come to your own conclusions." She lives on an island with all girls, but that doesn't mean that it's just that. There's a lot more to it. What he did say, which I liked, was he didn't want to make her reason for going to the World of Man just for Steve Trevor. He wanted to make it, she went there to help. She went there to be a hero, not because of Steve. Right. Which was great. That's a perfect, talking about gay, not talking about Steve or straight. It's a perfect, this is why, and that's that. Because she's the hero. She wants to be a hero. Period. Which is great. So I gotta give Greg Rucka really pissed off Frank Cho, and a lot of people got upset at him for that. But I gotta give him credit. The man really found a polite way to say she could be, but read the book. But
No, go ahead. No, finish your thought.
All I was gonna say was I hate that the person who made the article basically put words. But at least he quoted him. He quoted him exactly, which is good. But the article title insinuates that Wonder Woman is gay.
Yeah. The thing with the whole Frank Cho thing is I think Greg Rucka wants to show Wonder Woman as a strong female character. And Frank Cho's covers, he's known for cheesecake art. So I think that's why he was not too keen on those particular covers. So that makes sense. It doesn't fit with his image of Wonder Woman that he's portraying. So
yeah, but he could have done a nicer way of letting Frank Cho go, not pissing him off to the point where he just walked away from the book. You know what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely. But
it is what it is, and that's comics. But again, kudos for DC not trying to jump on the diversity bandwagon and literally just saying our heroes are heroes. What their sexual preference is in the book. You'll find out for yourself. However, if they ever turn Batman gay, that would be very interesting. He did wear a rainbow bat costume, as we all saw in Trinity issue number 1.
Haven't read that yet.
All I'm going to say then, The end. You have to read the rest of the book. He didn't wear it. It was a memory. It was a memory from a past Batman story a long time ago that you probably read from back in the time. From back, I think it was the 80s.
Okay.
It was when Robin broke his arm and Batman wore the rainbow costume to divert the criminal's attention away from Robin's broken arm. Do you remember that story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. It was a mention. Superman made mention of that. So that's it. Superman apparently is like this big link to the old DC universe now.
Of course.
Yet Tim is taken off the field. Tim is taken off the battlefield. He's dead. Yeah, right.
No, I said at least he's not.
Oh, at least he's not. No, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Right? Don't
Spoiler.
do
But that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So.
Right, you saw that. That I know you know about.
Yeah, no, I know about that.
So, all right, guys. So, no post-show with Mike playing Mario Maker this week. Maybe next week we'll abuse Michael in something else, he as Brant knows now. So, this week we're going to do a post-show with a duck. Really?
That wasn't a duck.
It looked like it. Did it not look like a duck?
It looked like he was Pac-Man. Waka 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 waka.
You got it.
Yeah, walk 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 walk.
I'm glad you're.
That was a hint, Mike.
It's walk walk walk. Well, okay, I knew what the hand he was doing.
Yeah, that was a hint.
Yeah, that was a hint. I probably already figured it out, but go ahead.
What is it? Now I want to know what you figured it out.
It's the Atari, isn't it?
Sure.
Or something with Pac-Man now related. I
Well,
don't know.
now you said Atari. Now that's your guess. So, anyway, guys, Destiny, we will be streaming in a little bit. I'm going to take a 5-minute break just to chillax. Brant, for episode 95, it was great having you on here for 95. Maybe for episode 100, I don't know what you're doing for Halloween. I'm going to see if I can get a whole group of you guys that have been on episodes together. But
Halloween,
I know,
I'll be out of town. Yeah. You know where I'm going to be.
I know where you're going to be.
Trick-or-treating.
Yes, trick-or-treating. That's right. No.
I will be with a lot of people in costumes.
Exactly. I forgot. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. That's true. But hopefully when we move this over to Comic Frontline, you'll be able to pop on a lot more because I know that obviously with Frontline, we're going to be continuing this format where we're answering comments, but obviously we'll be a little bit comic heavy as well. So maybe when you catch up to comics, you'll pop on more and we can discuss comics and stuff like that with the commenters and stuff like that.
You know I pop on whenever I can.
Absolutely. That's what I love. You come on when you can. So thank you all so much. This is episode 95. 4 more episodes.
Yep.
4 more episodes for Dark Avenger, CA6. And Bravo popped in. Bravo, don't worry. Don't worry. Stay tuned. There's going to be another stream of something you might actually enjoy gaming-wise because you missed out on it. And your Uncle Mike is going to get abused next week. So don't worry. Next week, you'll get to laugh at your Uncle Mike again. This week, I'm looking to push the rest of the Destiny story. And then, again, after Destiny, moving over to Frontline Gaming Zone where you can see myself, Mike, Brant, whenever Brant's not doing walkthroughs, but Brant might do some games. As he smiles and, like, gives, like, that, no one talking about that. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool.
And but yeah, we got that going on. So thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. If you don't move over to Destiny, we'll see you guys back here next week for episode 96 of Dark Avenger Live. Thank you again, Brant, for being here. And
My pleasure.
And we'll see you guys really soon. And remember, if you want to see the Chris and Brant show, make your voices heard on Comic Frontline.
Heard. And
stay tuned for further details on how you can even further promote that. Till then, take care, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Dark Avenger Live.
Oh,
they can't see me, but I'm waiting.
Stay tuned for Destiny if you are going to be around for a while longer. Destiny post-show